St. Lawrence County in the Adirondacks at the top of New York State. So far up, if you take a wrong turn, you could wind up in Canada. The Raquette River runs through it. Tractors, silos, and dwindling herds of black and white dairy cows punctuate the endless green acres. Amish buggies clip-clop through the small town of Potsdam. 4 local colleges bring a pinch of diversity to this predominantly white area. This is the North Country. But on a rainy October afternoon in 2011, the rural routine is about to be rocked by a terrible crime.
About the unexplained death of 12-year-old Garrett Phillips.
It is 4:53 in the afternoon. Surveillance cameras capture fleeting images of 12-year-old Garrett Phillips gliding along on his 2-wheeled ripstick skateboard, heading home after school. Garrett is a popular 6th grader, adventurous and outdoorsy, with a ready smile and a streak of mischief. He and younger brother Aaron are being raised by their mother, Tandy Cyrus.
Tell me about his personality.
It just seemed like he was 100 miles an hour all the time. Soccer, lacrosse, basketball, hockey, football.
Wow, an all-around athlete.
Yes.
And was he good at all those sports?
Yes.
And this isn't just a proud mom talking?
No.
With the kind of good looks that stand out in a small town, Tandy can be a heartbreaker. A button-down bank manager by day. By night, she's fending off admirers while tending bar, which is where she meets soccer coach Nick Hillary.
What attracted you to her?
She showed a lot of interest in what I was doing, and she was an athlete herself.
Was she also beautiful?
She was very good looking.
Nick Hillary immigrated at 16. You can still hear the Jamaica in his voice, but he embraces his adopted country. He served 3 years in the Army, and then he went to St. Lawrence College, where he led the soccer team to the national championship. He then had a career helping kids, first as a math teacher in Florida, then returning to the Potsdam area, becoming head coach at Clarkson University.
So at this point in time, where we are in the season, I'm pretty pleased and really looking forward to what lies ahead.
The former standout soccer star and his kids stand out for another reason as well. They are one of the few black families in town.
Do you feel like you stuck out?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Sometimes you're the only one of color in the grocery store.
And then in 2010, the Jamaican-American soccer coach and the local beauty Tandy Cyrus become involved, started dating. The attractive couple attracting attention in this small town, which is nearly 95% white.
What was the reaction in town?
There was a little bit of mixed opinions, I guess. Gossip, small town. No, I can't believe they're dating, or that's weird.
It was just a very hostile environment for myself trying to have a relationship with Tandy.
The relationship lasts about a year until Tandy and her 2 kids move out, all happening just weeks before that dreary Monday in Potsdam. Garrett heading home to their new apartment on Market Street on his ripstick, the last ride of his life. He has just 8 minutes to live.
We heard running next door in the hallway, and then we heard a loud crash.
Across the hall from Tandy's place, college students Sean Hall and Marissa Vogel are watching Dexter. The show about a serial killer is interrupted by something that they say sounds like a body hitting the floor next door.
I said, "Did you hear that?" Either no or ow, and then definitely a help. So I knew it was one of the children right away. It just sounded urgent.
Marissa knocks, listens, and hears on the other side of the door a distinct sound.
It was completely quiet until I heard a click of a lock.
That's all, just click.
It was instant goosebumps. There is somebody on the other side of this door who does not want me being here right now.
Potsdam Police. My name is Marissa Vogel. I thought I heard some screaming like no and help a couple of times.
Minutes later, an officer arrives and he sees Garrett's backpack, Garrett's ripstick, and then Garrett himself lying on the floor of his mother's bedroom. They rush him to the hospital and send for his mother, Tandy.
You're thinking dislocated shoulder or sprained ankle.
Exactly. And then he's telling me that My son is in full cardiac arrest.
How did he look to you?
At one point in time, they had to use the AED machine.
I can't even imagine what that was like for you.
I felt like I was watching it happen to somebody else.
Did they let you touch him, hold him?
I stayed in there. I don't even know how long I was in there. I told him I loved him.
Heartbreak turns to horror when an autopsy finds rug burns on Garrett's legs and suspicious marks on his face and neck. The cause of death, suffocation and strangulation. 12-year-old Garrett Phillips had been murdered.
I can't even fathom at what point the shock begins to wear off and the questions begin.
The next day, I had gone down to the police station, and that was when I had found out it wasn't an accident and that somebody had been in my apartment.
Potsdam police told the public they would work the case as best they could.
The killer was in her apartment, but how did he get out? Lead investigator Mark Murray takes me inside the crime scene.
What did you notice about this window at that point?
The screen forced out. It was a big set of metal blinds, and the window was slightly up, about 1.5 feet.
Police say the killer made an acrobatic escape from the rear window of Garrett's apartment.
It's around 20 feet from the windowsill down to the ground.
Wow.
A picture of the killer begins to emerge, athletic, and judging by the drop and the gouge in the ground, possibly injured.
Did anybody see anybody come in this apartment?
We did several neighborhood canvases. We really came up without anyone directly witnessing anyone at all coming out that window.